Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to the 10 at 10. Today we got the 10 at 10 for October 24th of 2023. Can you believe it's October 24th already?
Dude, October is flying by. What's up, y'all? My name's Corbin, and welcome to the 10 at 10.
Corbin is making his debut 10 at 10 today. Let him know how he did in the comment section below. He's awesome.
Yeah, guys, I'm ready to bring you some awesome trees. But remember, make sure whenever you're checking out, you gotta buy the tree first. You can't just throw it in the cart. You gotta fully check out, and then make sure you do that because a lot of these trees are gonna be going quick today. Yeah, what do we got first, Matt?
Hey, one thing we got first, we got an upcoming open house, buddy.
Oh yeah, y'all ain't ready for open house.
November 4th.
Dude, there's been some crazy trees on those trucks. I mean, we got some crazy conifers. We got some dogwoods that just came in, man.
We got a whole shipment come in, a whole tractor trailer load from Talon Buckholz, from the Buckholz Nursery. We recently purchased that. And guys, we're bringing it for this open house. There's going to be some treasures here, hitherto unheard of. You want to be here. We're going to be open November 4th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Definitely come check us out. Say hello to one of our staff. I know a lot of people have already been signed up. Brandon Dewey and Jason Skaggs already told me they want to do top fives. So if you guys want to be in top fives, come grab this guy or Sean or me or Tim. We'd be more than glad to record with you. We do get crazy, so if you catch us by like 2, sometimes we might look frazzled. But come grab us. We'd love to shoot something with you.
Yeah, man. Open houses are amazing. You get to talk to the Maple Mafia and then enjoy some of the company of some fellow maple collectors. So don't miss out on November 4th, y'all.
All right, man. What do we got? You have any bonsai trees?
Oh, dude, I think we got a bonsai here today, man.
I get asked that all the time. Do you guys sell bonsai trees? Well, guys, we sell Metasequoia, Glyptosembroides, bonsai.
And dude, such an awesome species of tree. That's a freaking mouthful. I mean, holy cow, who came up with that name? But these are awesome. And this tree is such a nice weeping variety. It's going to be a slow growing dwarf. And I mean, you're going to get some really awesome texture in the landscape.
Oh, I love this plant. The original one, as at the Morris Arboretum, I actually took some pictures for Talon one time on it. It's there in a railroad garden, so kind of cool. The miniature shape looks like a giant, Metasequoia in a way, there with the little miniature railroad going around. Bonsai, aptly named. This tree roots, it air layers. It does great for bonsai as well. Think of this one as a 4 to 5 foot, even in 10 years, about 4 to 5 foot wide weeping form of Metasequoia. So really cool colors, really cool textures. Don't be afraid, y'all. This one is a deciduous conifer. I always get some calls every year. People say it's turned colors and it's dropping leaf. Well, that could be a problem with an evergreen conifer. With this one, perfectly normal.
Oh yeah, man, and I love the foliage on these. It reminds me of bird feathers, and I mean, these are going to be awesome. Give you some nice yellow color during the fall time, and I can just imagine just having this sitting next to a nice little koi pond or railroad garden, and just weeping into the water and seeing that reflection of it all. I mean, this is going to be one y'all don't want to miss out. These are going to be trees that also, they don't mind having wet feet, so you can keep them in more damp areas. Excellent. And they're going to thrive there, man.
Yeah, check them out today. 2 gallons of these Metasequoia bonsai. All right, man, you want to start on your side? What do we got down here?
Yeah, man. I think we got Acer palmatum Kenshi.
All right, man. Kenshi is another of those linear-lobulum styles. Now, linear-lobulums have that elongated strap-like foliage. And man, for me, there's nothing more peaceful than a linear-lobulum Japanese maple. They evoke just Asian gardening. It's like wind chimes and relaxation. It has that bamboo aesthetic, but you don't get all the hang-ups with bamboo.
Oh yeah, bamboo can be annoying, hard to keep in one spot. This is going to be a beautiful tree that's going to give you that feeling of bamboo without having to deal with all the other stuff. And I mean, this tree is funky, man. You look at the very top, it's going to be more regular palmatum leaf style. But then as you go further and closer to the bottom of the tree where all that older growth is, it's going to get really nice, funky shaping linear-lobulum leaves.
Now, this one is similar to Koto no Ito. The main difference is Kenshi is a dwarfer, more round form. So think of a 5 to 6 foot tall tree of Kenshi being equally as wide and bushier. So you're going to get a denser, shorter tree form out of this one. Classic golden yellow fall color on this one as well. And just an overall great plant. And hey, you don't have to worry about it moving around on you in the garden like the bamboo, right?
No kidding, man. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about all those linear-lobums. And I mean, during the fall time, they're going to contrast so nice with each other. I mean, this is one that y'all are going to want to add to the cart.
See, I miss all the good content now because Miss Jody answers the phone all the time. This one guy called, this lady called, and she said, now let me ask you something about these. Once you plant them somewhere, can they move around? I said, oh, what do you mean? She said, well, I told my husband we should plant it by the garage, but he said it moved all the way across the yard. Like, I hate to get your husband in trouble, but this tree did not move itself.
Hey man, I think I heard some old Cherokee stories about some trees growing legs, but you don't have to worry about these maples.
They'll stay put for the most part. All right, we got a really funky one next, guys. This one is Davidia, and this is Aya Nishiki, and it will blow your mind.
Oh, dude, the variegation in these leaves is going to be amazing. I mean, that foliage is such a nice canvas for the variegation on these, and it's an amazing dove tree, man.
Yeah, so this is a dove tree, so you get those dove tree flowers. As a complement to that, you're going to get just insane variegation. This one typically has a green inside of the eye to just wow factor yellows. I've had some pinks going on in there. It's one of the most striking variegated plants we do.
Oh yeah, anything that bears the name of Nishiki, man, you know it's going to put a show
Right.
on in the garden. And I mean, this one is going to be awesome in the landscape. I'm all about that contrast in the garden, man. And this is going to be a nice large leaf to contrast against maybe some smaller leaf maples or even some japonicums, man. I mean,
showstopper for sure. Aya Nishiki is one of the rare forms we do of dove tree. It does sell out quickly. We do have some excellent size 1 gallons on this here today. It is one that you don't see in propagation as frequently as some of the others. And you get those crazy blooms to it too. So, I mean, it's flowering. It's got the foliage interest in it. So even when you're not flowering, you've got the variegation the rest of the season. An amazing plant.
Oh, and we're known for maples, but don't sleep on the other selections of plants we have because we only pick the coolest stuff.
All right, next up, we got the Tiger King of maples here on the table, y'all. We got Tiger Rose.
Yeah.
Boom.
Amazing tree. Tell him Buckholt's introduction. That guy don't put nothing bad into the trade, man. I mean,
straight hitters.
No kidding, man. I mean, he's like the Betty Crocker of maples, man, you know?
I was telling Sean, like Sean's a music guy too. I'm like, it's like the Beatles. It's not fair because musicians say the Beatles made every type of song. So if you're going to make a song, you have to pick a Beatles song that you copied because they've already made it. Well, that's Talon's already named all the trees. So you have to find a Talon Buckholt style tree to name again. Tiger Rose, probably one of his most slept on introductions, I would say. Still a great one though.
Oh yeah, this one's going to be an amazing reticulated maple. It's going to give you some really nice white to lime, like really bright lime green colors in the springtime. And I mean, look at that leaf, man.
Hey, Talon's a coworker now. I'm going to tell him he called him Betty Crocker. All right, so amazing plant, guys. Reticulated variegation, lime green going on that early spring to almost white. It is such a showstopper for what it brings. And he found this one at his good friend Dr. Bump's place. They were touring around. Seedling he found there going on. Really show. He collected the seed. That's what became Tiger Rose. One of the first post-Ghost. So it didn't get that Ghost series name, but an amazing plant. And one that really shows out in the landscape too. If you haven't already, go check out our MrMaple Friends group. Y'all guys keep me laughing in there. There's so much fun stuff going on there. It's just on Facebook. It's MrMaple Friends.
Oh yeah, awesome stuff going on in there. Some funny memes, man. And
maybe the Tiger made me think of this. They're posting the I'm never going to financially recover Tiger King meme in there for the Kryptonite post. You guys keep me laughing always. Go check it out there. It's a madhouse.
Yeah, this is mostly known for some nice spring colors, but don't sleep on those falls. Going to give you nice blushing reds over top of some nice lime greens, and it's going to look amazing in your garden with that Matsumari style leaf.
All right, next up we got Acer palmatum, Hino, Tori, Nishiki.
Man, look at the size of these things,
They're
dude.
stupid big. We're going to have a hard time getting some of these in our 1 gallons. Amazing tree in the spring. This one is a Dick Vandermaat introduction, and it means Firebird. And this one comes out in the spring, some electric shades of pink red.
Oh yeah, man. This one's gonna look like your garden is on fire, man.
Right.
You're gonna be calling up Harry Potter, man. You're like, what's this phoenix doing in here?
This one could fit that mythological top 5 I know you're thinking about.
Hey, yeah, man. I definitely think that this one might be a contender. That red is unreal, man. I mean, it looks fake in the cameras, man.
It really does. You get some, it's like fall color pink. Like it's turned up pink. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
now this would make it a great candidate for bonsai as well. Kind of put it in that DeSojo like category as well for that spring flower is the foliage kind of intensity.
Definitely. And I mean, this one is, it looked like somebody turned the Photoshop colors up on this one. It's going to light your garden up. And maybe pair this up with some nice darker greens in the springtime. And this is definitely going to bring some fire to your garden, man.
I know nobody's waiting to find out what this Maplea type here is on the table. None of our customers are ever that interested in the Maplea types, are they? All right, what do we got next here? We got Maplea times Sharps Pygmy. So we call this one Maplea times Sharps. Not my favorite name. I wish Crispin would have gave this one a better name. But Maplea times Sharps is exactly what this one does. It looks like Sharps Pygmy and Maplea Yetsubusa had a baby.
Yeah, man, and I mean, that foliage, that's where it gets that Time Sharps look. I mean, very nice serrated leaf on there, and you're going to get all the stuff you love about Maplea with that extra little bit of flair.
Now, we're selling these in these large pots like this. We consider them our ones. They're clearly similar in size to our 1 gallons. Excellent plant to be growing. Great orangey red fall color on this one as well. You're going to love this one if you like Maplea Yetsubusa family plants. It's going to give you everything about Maplea, but a different leaf shape. So you get a little bit different texture going on there, closer to Sharps Pygmy. Really fun plant though. It does great in full sun, so it's equally as durable as like Maplea. You can put this in a high heat exposure, put it in a big patio planter, and Sharps Pygmy being one of the most popular trees we do for bonsai, Maplea times Sharps, gonna give you something funky for bonsai as well.
Oh yeah, and I know all y'all love to collect just that little detail on each Maplea. Y'all gotta have them all, from koi to red panda, Maplea times Sharps. I mean, this is definitely gonna be one that's gonna be awesome to add to that Maplea collection, man.
I will say there's a good size set of these, but don't wait, guys. When you out of the cart, do go ahead and check out. This one will sell out today for sure.
Oh yeah, and that's not a surprise, y'all.
Maplea times Sharps back on the table. All right, here's a little party.
Uh-oh.
We're bringing back the Jubilee.
Oh man, Jubilee, dude. This one will get you jumping up and down. Awesome pink colors in the springtime, dude.
Talon named this one as well. And in his original notes, Talon said he named it Jubilee because he wanted everybody to know what a fun guy he was. So, just a cool plant. I love this plant. And a Jubilee is kind of a next level name too. It is a celebration. It is that party. Great name for a plant for a memory tree as well. Celebration, Jubilee are excellent for memorializing somebody. Oftentimes I'll plant a tree to remember a family member or something that's passed. Great way to do that. And Jubilee, I think it just has that kind of name to it. Now the colors on this one are funky too. Brian and Francis joked that it's got alien skin. I always want to know how they think what alien skin looks like, but it's got that weird reticulation.
Yeah, no kidding. Brian is always talking about that alien skin. I mean, whenever you look at the pictures on the website, you can see that pink is almost fighting with that green in that reticulation. And I mean, this thing looks unreal. It looks out of this world in the garden.
It's hard to tell you what color it is.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say primarily in the spring in my garden, it's pink. But I mean, there's pinks infused with greens, with light yellows, with darker reds. It's so crazy looking.
Yeah, man, and this is going to be an awesome one. I'm kind of like that ghost collector that's kind of like pretty much how everybody is with the Mapleas. I'm always looking at those ghosts and new ghosts, and I mean, this fits right in there with those. And reticulation, I'm a sucker for that. I know y'all know that.
Check out our whole podcast on the new ghost. See where Jubilee falls in there. All right, we got a couple Welsh pots here for you. We're bringing back Acer palmatum Kurohime.
Oh man, this one is awesome. I love that nice red color that it gets. I love the growth habit. I love how tight and dense the leaf parts are. I mean, this one is amazing.
It probably gets slept on a little bit just because it's not in that Maplea family. But I could throw this one. I can see throwing this one almost in like Maplea times Shishigashira in some ways. It's dense. It's got curling foliage. We throw it in that Hime family group mostly, but it's more of a rounded ball than like a toadstool. Really great plant. I love the older growth in the summer. So you kind of get this weird emeraldy green into bright pinks. It's a newer one from Japan that just keeps bringing it. Classic dwarf. Excellent for a container garden.
Oh yeah, man. I remember whenever we got all those awesome 10 gallons in, there was a huge Kurohime and there was a big gigantic Kiyohime that I was looking at. And I was like, man, which one do I get? Which one do I get? And I put it off for a little bit. And then we had a customer come in, took that Kurohime away, man. So I had to settle for the Kiyohime.
Corbin might be coveting your plants if you're shopping with him.
Yeah, I try to show people what I like. And then sometimes by doing that, they end up taking what I want. So.
Hey, awesome plant to be growing. And some nice size Welsh pots coming back today. We list these similar to our ones. They're a little bit shorter in container, but great sizes on these. An amazing spring display. The whole tree kind of has that shrimp pinkish color over top of it in the spring. I mean, it almost looks unreal. I actually prefer that summer color though. That secondary flush when the pink's over top of that emerald. I think that's just the choicest time.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I love how this plant contrasts within itself. And I mean, it looks like a painting out there whenever it's summertime. You know, obviously people love that springtime, but yeah, you're right. Watching that gradient from that shrimp pink all the way down to that beautiful dark green. I mean, amazing in the landscape.
Check those out today on Mr. Maple, y'all. All right, bonsai guys are getting it today, man. If you're into bonsai, we've got the gold for you. We got another Welsh pot plant here, and we're bringing back Acer bajurianum miyasama yatsubusa. So a little bit different there. This one is an Acer bajurianum subspecies formosanum. Big mouthful there. What does that mean? It's got small emeraldy blue-green leaves. Now, awesome thing about this one too is it blushes pink in the early spring as well.
Yeah, man, I love that nice pink color. And I mean, bajurianums are awesome, man. They really are. You got such a wide variety of different types of plants that you get in that species. And I mean, a lot of them look drastically different.
This one is a great candidate for bonsai. It's typically 5 to 6 feet tall, kind of equally as wide in a 10-year period, so a dwarf compact habit. Now, it is kind of like the Macawa of trident maples. It's dense, it's dwarf, it's got compact foliage. The formosanum means it has even a little bit more elongated foliage. Foliage sometimes gets real glossy too, which is funky. I love this tree, again, for its secondary growth. Now, awesome in the spring, the whole tree blushes a little bit of pink. I think these look excellent when they throw in that secondary flush. They've kind of greened up a little bit, and then you got these pink accents going on top of this. Oh my gosh, it's so cool looking. It's a great plant whether you put it in a container or the ground or bonsai. I just absolutely love miyasama yatsubusa.
Yeah, man, and I love collecting all those species too, man. You know, you got to have that one from each little species. Don't sleep on these, man, because I mean, this is going to look amazing in your garden. It's going to be a nice contrast to those palmate leaves, and I mean, it's going to add a lot of difference and contrast.
Another one that would do amazing in the small railroad garden for the compactness of it, but also equally as well in the container garden. It's nice and tight and dense. All right, we got a couple more of these big boy 2 gallons over here.
Oh yeah, man.
This is Acer palmatum fukunagashi.
Yeah, this is an amazing plant. Another linerlobum that we're bringing out today. I mean, look at that thing, dude.
One of the tightest and darkest of any of the linerlobums. It just kind of has that darker overall appearance. Reminds me almost like a Punkhill X Jet Black. Like it's dark. Yeah. It's tighter in its foliage, so it almost is a little bit more close on the internoting. Doesn't get quite as big as some of the other linerlobums, typically about 6 to 8 feet tall, making it a little bit smaller. But the bark is chocolate colored, and it just makes it the whole appearance of the tree even darker.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be another one of those amazing linerlobums. Going to add such a nice contrast in the garden. It's going to look like that bamboo, man, you know, and this would go really nice with that kimchi, honestly. A nice contrast.
Oh, perfect size comparisons, too.
Yeah.
They'll fit each other size-wise. They'll fit each other color contrast-wise. And I say it a lot, but I think linerlobums just perfectly grab that Asian gardening aesthetic. It's got everything you need to just relax. It makes me just, like I could sit and watch a linerlobum blowing in the wind and like that my day's made, man.
I know, I'm just sitting here thinking, I mean, this thing, it sounds like the wind, bro. You look at it and you just imagine the wind blowing through it, dude.
All right, y'all, so that's our 10 at 10 for October 24th of 2023. Now, if you're watching this a year later, our sizes could be slightly larger or slightly smaller, but this is pretty close to what we have here in October of 2023. We really appreciate our international community. We can't ship to you, but thanks for subscribing and being part of that Maple Mafia. Let us know in the comment section where you're watching from today.
Yeah, man, thanks so much for watching. It's awesome to be a part of my first 10 at 10. Bring y'all some awesome trees, man.
Killed it.
Thank you,
Killed it, dude. We're waiting to get this guy on the side of the camera. He's as enthusiastic about this stuff as we are. And we love getting him on the side of the camera too, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been here now for a whole entire year. And I mean, the knowledge about maples, I feel like it's spilling out of my head, man.
So we shot this early. By the time you're watching this, me and Sean and Corbin and Tim will be almost back from Seattle. So what a crazy time we had in Seattle, man. I can't wait to show you all those videos we haven't really shot yet. But
yeah, man, that's awesome to bring y'all content. And yeah, take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.